Hey, welcome back. And today I'd like to talk to you about another lantern. It's this one. This is the CARELITE Vintage LED Lantern. Now, I got this because I like the looks of it and I kind of like the whole idea of it all. Now, this is bamboo. There's a lot of mixtures of plastic and metal, and they even give you a nice little kind of I believe it's a hemp rope on here. And this is the lantern itself. It uses the Osram SMD LED. It contains the LED emits a warm 2200K light with a CRI rating of 95. The maximum output is 200 lumens. The lowest output is 10 lumens. The runtime on high is 3.5 hours and 80 hours on low. It also can use it as a power bank option. I'll get to that in just a moment. And the power bank option is 5 volts at 1.2 amps. You do have a 18650 battery that comes with the light at 2200 milliamps, and it's splash proof, so it's not really water resistant. So if it starts raining, get it out. Okay. Now let's take a walk around. That's your on and off switch. Right here is a rubber flap on the back. That's where you're going to see the power bank and where you charge the lamp, which is USB Type C. And yes, you do get a cable in there. I don't know how well I'm going to be able to get this, but you see this little tiny square right there? That's your charging indicator. It's going to be flashing red when it's charging, and then it'll flip to a green light when it's done charging. And to simply turn it on, it's a rotary switch, and that's its lowest setting. Now, it doesn't have real filaments in there like the old-fashioned Edison type bulbs. It's just like a piece of plastic with that etched on it, and that's one of the things why I like it, because it gives that old-timey look to it. And then it slowly goes up, and that's its highest lumen rating right there, the highest level. And you can it's totally stepless, meaning, so it's a nice rotary, very nice and smooth. And you get a nice satisfying click on and off. Oh, look, there you go. There's the indicator lights. Now to get to it, is the battery compartment is right here on the bottom. And you just simply, the air conditioning just went on. It is kind of hard to open it up a little bit. And there's the 18650 battery right here, which, yes, it is removable. And right here on the sides is where you're going to put your AAA batteries. Let me give you a good look at the battery. There you go. It's probably some no-name brand type battery. But obviously, if you get an 18650 battery that has a higher milliamp hour rating, you're gonna get better runtime. But I also found out one other thing. Even with this plugged in, or the battery in, let's just take the 18650 battery. If you were to plug this in to charge it, you could still use the lantern. Okay. Now you've seen I'm going to turn it on real quick. You see the battery. This is another thing I found out. Here's the battery. I'm going to plug it in. See, there's my cable. And I'm even using a cheap, like $5 power bank that's only 5,000 milliamps, and the lantern will work. So if you wanted a longer run time, you could plug it in, or plug in a power bank. Like say if you got a 20,000 milliamp hour or 10,000 milliamp hour power bank, you can plug it in and it'll still work. But enough of me talking right now. Let me show you this lantern in action. Now, I went outside and I did it in my backyard, and then I did it in my bathroom to kind of show you how orange, yellow, or how warm the light is. Now, I know it's not going to show up a whole lot on camera for two reasons, because, well, the camera settings and the camera I used, you know, it's kind of like a 10-year-old camera, so it's not going to pick up the darkness really all that great, but it is brighter in real life than what you see on the video. And a lot of cameras, even a lot of the modern cameras, won't pick up on how bright this lantern is anyway, no matter what settings you use. But the point is I'm trying to make is, with just one lantern, you're going to see a pretty decent amount of area being lit up. So imagine you sitting, well, let me show you the video and then I'll give my explanation after the test video. I'll be right back.
Perfect.
Now that you've seen the test video, let me explain to you a little bit about my reasoning for you getting this lantern. Because I do like the lantern. I think it has that nice nostalgic look to it. Gives off a nice warm yellow glow. But as you've seen in the test video outside, it didn't seem like it brightens up too much. But it really kind of does. Like I said, the camera that I was using, the camera settings, really didn't pick up how bright this 200 lumen lantern truly is. But just, you know, if you're sitting out on your patio having some friends out, or even just with your significant other, or heck, even with yourself, you're enjoying the outside cool weather, maybe, you know, I don't know what you're doing out there, you would have more than one of these. I would at least personally have more than one. I would probably have, you know, maybe around 3 to 4 of these things floating around my patio to give that nice ambient, or, you know, ambient lighting, the nice, you know, comfortable, hey, let's sit down, have some fun, enjoy the evening type of a thing. So that's really kind of like what I would suggest this for, is if you have a nice patio and you like to have friends over, or if you just like to be out there at night enjoying the nice weather and everything like that, and you just didn't want to have a bright white type of a light, nice warm glow would be perfect. Not to mention the whole looks of it and everything, especially the fake filaments inside there. It does look really, really nice. Yes, I'm putting the battery back in. So it does give you that nice comfortable feel. So yeah, you would probably have anywhere from 2 to 4, depending upon the size of your patio, maybe a little bit more, just to give you that nice mood lighting. And that's what I really like about this. So yeah, I would highly recommend you get the CARELITE Vintage LED Lantern. The run times are accurate on this with the battery that comes with it. But since there's really no brand name on the battery, I would probably say go ahead and try to look for, you know, a good quality name brand 18650 battery with, I would suggest, at least a 3000 milliamp hour battery inside of it, or capability, just so you get that little bit longer runtime. And don't forget, you've seen me plug in a cheap power bank without the battery and it still ran. The other good thing is like I said, it does take AAA battery or AA batteries, 3 of them, and it'll run there. Now, I didn't test it with those batteries because Now I'm being cheap, okay? And not to mention I kind of forgot. So even in case of, say, a power outage, you got at least a little bit of light. And since you can use a power bank to run this, depending upon the size of your power bank, like this one is a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. I got some all the way up to 22,000 or something like that milliamp hours. So I can get a long run time out of this, and whether it be on high or low, I do like the idea that it's a nice stepless. It's dimmable. Let's just say I like the dimmable effect on this. It's just a great lantern to have. 2, 3 of them would be great, even inside your home, to have maybe for, you know, some nice ambient lighting inside your house for that, you know, romantic evening, whatever. It's a nice thing. One thing I do want to mention, it's not really that important. When you take this off, there's only one way to put the battery flap back on. You're going to notice these little notches here. And on the plate, you're going to notice, see this little nib here? And there's one on this side. Those go inside the notches, and then you snap it shut. So that's the CARELITE Vintage LED Lantern. And it's something I would highly recommend, especially if you do spend a lot of time outside on your back patio, backyard, front porch, wherever it may be, and you want a little bit of mood lighting. It's awesome for that. It's also great, like I said, just to have a lantern in the home in case of a power outage or some other type of emergency. Great to have. Maybe even as a night light for your kids. You just turn it on to low, maybe a little bit higher, depending, and away you go. You're all set. So if you happen to like this video, please give it that thumbs up if you haven't done so already. Please subscribe to my channel and don't forget about that notification bell. It would really help me out a lot if you were to share this video and maybe a few more of my others on all of your social media. And until the next video, you, your friends, your family, and yes, even all of your pets, you all have a great day. I'll see you in the next video.